Hey everybody, happy Friday. Welcome back to another episode of Elev8. This week we have a very special guest, Kaleb Folk class. He's going to be joining us here in a little bit. We got this super awesome pendant that we're giving away from him. Don't forget we do have a Heady Halloween event going on tomorrow. You can hit us up on Instagram to get a spot reserved for that. But before we get into the good stuff, we're going to jump over and talk to Steve real quick.
What up, y'all? So this is another super cool Elev8 tonight. Really excited about tomorrow. We got the Heady Halloween. It's our 4th annual. A little funky here with the COVID style shit, but hey, we're going forward with it. We're going to be safe. It's going to be super exciting, and really looking forward to a lot of stuff. And what I'm more excited about tonight is we got Kaleb with Folk Glass coming on tonight, and it's so great to talk to him because his faces, his monster stuff, it's also perfect for the Heady Halloween theme and how it is right now. And I just want to say this is super cool. I'm super excited to be a part of this. And hey, Chris, let's get ready to get this going with Kaleb. And peace out, y'all. Elevate mind, body, spirit.
Thanks, Steve. That was super fun. Now let's jump over and get to this big interview with Kaleb. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Elev8. We have a very special guest this week, Kaleb Folk. I'm super excited to get into it with him, so let's just dive right in. Thanks for being with us, Kaleb. How's your day going?
I just got on the torch a little while ago and just trying to get my Friday rolling. How's your day?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's a beautiful day here in Colorado. Where are you at?
I'm in Eugene, Oregon right now, and we got a nice sunny day as well.
I was about to say, it's nice to see that
Clear-
the sky's blue there again.
Huh?
It's nice to see that the sky's blue there again.
I didn't. Oh, yeah. I mean, we were just dealing with some crazy smoke from big fires here, and then got a lot of rain, and now we're back to sunny weather for a few days.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how long have you been behind the torch?
Over 21 years now. I started in May of 2000, so it's been a while.
Very cool. What sort of led you into getting started with glass blowing? Was it something that you were interested in, or did a friend do it that you saw?
Well, yeah, I first saw glass blowing when I was like 15. One of my friend's dads was doing it, and I just saw a little bit briefly, and I was instantly intrigued. And about a year later, it was doing it, and I got to watch him for a little longer. By the time I was out of school, I didn't know anything about glass blowing again. I kind of forgot about it. I ran into a buddy one day at a bus stop, and he's like, dude, you should come over and have a beer and see what I'm doing. So I went over, and he's blowing glass, and next thing you know, I ended up moving in, being a roommate, and within a year I was blowing glass with him. Cool. So it was pretty fucking cool.
Was he like a mentor to you, or were you both figuring it out at the same time?
Well, he was a high school buddy of mine, and he had been doing it for about a year, him and his girlfriend. And so, I mean, I went out there, I was landscaping at the time. And so I'd go out there after work every day and just watch him. And one day I was like, man, I want to try it. Nice. So he walked me through my first pipe. And then after that, I was like, all right, dude, I want to do this on my own so I can kind of learn, through all the mistakes. Yeah, there wasn't really anybody to teach you back then anyway.
Absolutely.
They didn't want you to know how.
I was about to say, I'm sure in that era of pipe dreams and stuff where everything was so lock and key as far as information of glass blowing. It's pretty lucky to have a friend who's like, hey, come in and check this out.
Yeah, I was very fortunate with that. And what was cool is he by that time had got a job working at a shop and had a new torch and a nice setup. And he's like, feel free to use the National whenever you want. You just got to pay for your oxygen and your own glass. So I literally went out there every single day, and it was a lot of trial, a lot of failure. But within a few weeks, I saw an ad in the newspaper, and the ad was looking for glass blowers. So I just went in and fucking applied for it. I was like, I'll probably not get the job. I'd been blowing glass for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I went in, did my interview, and they ended up calling me. It was like my 21st birthday. They called me like 8 a.m. They're like, "Hey, happy birthday!" I'm all, "Who the hell's this?" And they're like, it's John and Mike over here at Galaxy Glass, and we just want to let you know you got the job. And I jumped out of bed. I was like, "You just made my birthday. You made my day. You made my year."
That's
and
awesome.
From there, it was just crushing and doing work for them, and then after hours trying to practice new techniques, and that's how I got here.
Definitely. So you probably started out with like a lot of production work, like most people do.
Yeah. I mean, the first few weeks, I was just learning stuff. And then after that, yeah, they had me cranking out production on scalloped tubing Comtrex or whatever, and learning different shapes and styles, but all with the same glass. And they let me go in on the weekends and after hours and stuff, and just practice whatever I wanted. So
That's
I
extremely beneficial.
I took advantage of it. It was fun.
So you mentioned you've been blowing glass for quite a while now. You got any crazy stories from all those years?
Oh man, I've got a lot of scars and stuff.
Oh, nice.
I've got major scars. I just last year, and I've been doing this a long time. I was scoring a tube or attempting to score a tube so I could snap it, and it literally exploded in my hand and cut this thumb like all the way down tendon, about a good 2.5-inch cut and deep.
Yeah.
And that was I've had a glass rod go up into my elbow all the way up, under my skin up to my wrist before. Constantly getting cuts or burns, but it's it's part of the job.
Definitely is.
Other than that, I don't know any crazy stories. I mean, I don't really have much.
For sure. Have you had a chance to work with that friend of yours that you got started with recently?
He doesn't blow glass anymore. Now he's a cook, a chef, and now he's like a barbecue master, and he's got this food cart, and he's following his dream, his passion, and he is killing it. In fact, I just saw him yesterday, and he was like bragging it up about my glass stuff to this other guy who I found as a glass blower and is actually Banjo's apprentice.
Oh, wow.
So he wasn't that impressed.
Yeah.
But he was a cool kid. And I was just like, yeah, I know you apparently know one of the best glass blowers in the world, so you're not that impressed with my shit.
I'm impressed.
Either way, he was cool.
I know. I've interviewed
lots
of glass blowers on this Elevated 8. Definitely one of my favorites has been you. I was looking forward to it when I saw that we were doing one with you. I was super excited.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Killing it, and keep killing it. What is your favorite item to blow? Is it a pipe, rigs, pendants, marbles?
I really love doing sculpture rigs. Like, if I could get away with selling them as just a sculpture and not a rig, that would be even better, because I wouldn't have to worry about the damn function and how to get it to function.
Right.
But literally, like, creating a character and trying to nail it with all the aspects, the proportions, the details, like, that's my favorite. It's really hard, but it's the most enjoying.
Yeah, absolutely. What does the process look like when it comes to those character rigs? Like, how do you come up with the different characters if it's not like a cartoon character or something like that?
Well, say like the goblin characters I make, I just I've seen these things my whole life in my head since I was a kid. So I'm like, well, I see if I can make it. Yeah. Other characters, like for cartoon characters, or like a person, like trying to make like Jason Voorhees or something, I just go through and basically, if something inspires me to do it, I can't stop thinking about it till I do it.
Nice.
That's where it all begins. Then after that, I do research on the characters. I get as many pictures, different angles as I can. There's a lot that goes into it, but right there is getting it drilled in your head that you can't stop thinking about it, so you have to do it.
Nice.
And then research and then start out like, okay, I'm going to make the head first. That way I can justify the size of the body and everything that goes with the head.
That makes sense.
And if I fuck the head, I usually move on to something else.
Like, I'll
I
come
don't
back.
like trying things. Yeah, I don't really like trying things twice. I'm like, I've put so much thought and energy into it. I should be able to get it first try, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially with much experiences you have.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, when I was making the Felix the cat rig, I had just made a couple of really cool pieces before that. I made like the Bad Banana.
Yeah,
and
there was the hot dog too.
Yeah, the hot dog guy I did right after that. And I was just like, man, I was in crush mode at the beginning of the year. And then I was like, fuck this. I'm going to make a cartoon character, Felix the cat. And I started on it and I messed it up bad. Like the head, I got so discouraged. I was like, fuck this. You know, I'm done. I didn't even want to blow glass. I was just like, all right, time to go back to square one. And anytime that happens, I literally go right to making a oney and then a spoon, then a Sherlock, and work my way back into it. Try to crush out a few rigs to get that confidence and then go for it again. So that piece, gosh, it was like 2 months before I was like, okay, I think I'm ready.
Wow. So it's
Yeah.
definitely a process. What's your favorite color to work with?
Oh shit. All-time favorite? North Star Amber Purple.
Nice.
You can just so much variety with that color. It's crazy.
One of my favorite colors too. I agree with you there. And it works super easily as well.
Yeah, for the most part, like getting all that haze burn off in one go without having to keep going back over it. That's the tricky part, but
yeah,
you gotta just be okay with there being those fumey spots and stuff and not worry about it.
Definitely. And to like the untrained eye, they usually find those more appealing. They're like, oh, that's super cool. What did you do there? It's like, actually, I messed up.
That's usually how the awesome shit happens. It's like, oh, well, I just learned something new.
Yeah, 100%. Do you have a least favorite color to work with?
I don't know. There's a lot of good colors and there's a lot of colors I try to avoid. I don't know if I have a one that I hate, you know.
For sure.
Any one of them that bubbles and checks, I try to avoid those, but I've learned how to work ads and everything really well. So I'm not scared of those, but some of those greens, man, they just, you could do whatever the hell you want with it and they will crack, you know, they'll just check out on you. So I try to avoid those deep greens if I can. Definitely.
So creating characters with faces that either portray or invoke emotion is like a big part of your work, it seems. What drew you to focus primarily on like facial expressions?
Well, everybody looks at everybody in the eyes or in the face. Like that's the first thing you notice about a person is their face, and everything is different, and they do different facial expressions for everything. So you can, just by doing something subtle with an eyebrow, you can, for a human, you can see their feelings or their emotions. So I'm trying to portray that with a glass. Like he's either pissed off or angry, happy, or, you know, just like smug. I don't know. It's one of those things where if you're creating a character that you think has an attitude, you got to put it in his face. Yeah. Otherwise, you know.
This little right here. This is our independent. Don't forget to go enter in that today, y'all. Show that to both.
Right.
Heck yeah.
You guys, you're ending that on Halloween? Is that when you're ending the giveaway?
The day before Halloween. Or no. It'll go up the day before Halloween. It'll be ending the Monday after Halloween, so like 2 days after Halloween.
Cool.
We might change it just to do it Halloween, just for the sake of it. But I'm not. So normally we do it Friday to Monday, but we might change it because it is Halloween.
Sounds
this thing is plan. For Halloween. Halloweeny. Have you taken any classes at any point throughout your glass career?
No. I actually have never taken a class. I've taught hundreds of classes, but never taken one. I'd say the closest I took to a class was like the guy that got me into this, my friend Mark. When he went and took some classes, like the To Follow class, Paramore class, all these classes, and when he came back, he wanted to show me what he had learned. Like, he's all, and
class.
yeah, it was pretty cool. But he's like, mainly, this is what I learned. I learned how to flare this open. He's like, so you should try it. Try a different way. And so that's the closest. He showed me like 3 or 4 things. He showed me how to first to make the spoon, and then he showed me one day how to put a 2-piece Sherlock together. The next time he showed me how to flare a foot for a wine glass, and then after that, he was showing me a little bit about sandblasting, but that was like his new thing. He was doing grawl work and all this. This is way back like 2003 and 4.
Very cool.
So since then, no. Yeah,
Nice.
I learned on my own. That's been the whole time, pretty much.
The face implosion marbles that you do are super cool. What's like the most challenging part of making a face like encased within the glass?
Well, each one of them, you can make the same face like over and over and over and over, same colors, put the pattern down the same way. It will always implode different. So controlling the way it implodes is the most difficult. It's really, Kabuki makes it look easy,
I was about to say, definitely John Kabuki.
But at the same time, what you're learning each time you do in it is the depth, when to push it in, how long to melt it, when to add your next details, in trying to get each thing to sit out. Like a profile goes like, comes out. So you kind of want that in a side angle, but also from the front, you have to think it's reverse sculpting.
Yeah.
In my eye.
Absolutely.
So I'm literally building the face from the tip of the nose back. And when I sculpt, the tip of the nose is the last thing that gets done. So, or the ears. So
very cool.
It's challenging. Those pieces I saw, I'm sure you know his work, D-Rec. I saw his stuff way back in the day on glasspipes.org. And I was like, I saw a marble on a piece and I was like, how the fuck did he do that? So I literally sat there and I stared at it, just stared at the picture for like an hour and was working my mind over like, how is he doing that? I know him. I know how to do implosions, but nothing like that. And so I just went out there in the shop and I grabbed some colors, encased it with another color, pulled stringers, did all this, and just tried over and over and over and over till I figured it out. It only took 4 tries, which was about 5.5 hours of frustration.
Yeah, I'm sure.
but I got
learning it the entire time, though.
Yeah, I still have that first successful one somewhere here in the shop.
Nice. I was going to ask, what sort of things do you keep of your work nowadays?
All my failures. That's all I can afford.
Sure.
Yeah, it's I don't get to keep anything cool just because if it's that cool, I want somebody else to have it so they appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really get to keep much. Every once in a while, I really want to keep something and hope that it has a flaw in it, but it's not normally how it goes. Yeah. Which is all that training. You don't want a flaw. So I got that marble. Let me see if I can find some good light for it. So this is my very first successful face implosion. Nice. And I didn't leave it as a marble. I actually put an extended back on it so it can sit, on a shelf or anything and not ever roll off.
Yeah.
And I made this in 2014.
Wow, that's very cool.
I haven't been doing them that long, but I made it a long time ago. I just found one of my sculptures, a Rasta snail.
Very cool.
He used to have a joint and a back. He's got a little mushroom pendant on and stuff. I made that in 2001 or 2. Wow. That's a long time.
Awesome. So you mentioned a minute ago glasspipes.org. Was your work ever featured on there? Did you have a page on there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a page on there. And I don't know. I heard they shut it down. I haven't looked to see if it's still available to go out.
It's like the Internet Archive Time Traveler or Time Machine or something like that, and you can go back and you can still look at a lot of the pictures that are on. But like the website.
Yeah, I gotta find it for my buddy Mark, because that was where all his work was, and he's like, that was my portfolio, and now it's gone.
Yeah, that's
and
Ryan Bearclaw.
I was on there. I would say I'm just like with getting social media, I'm like a late bloomer on that. So by the time I got on glasspipes.org, people had been on there for years showing off their work. I jumped on there and started putting on some heady shit, and I got nominated and I got featured. And the last time I looked, I was still in the top 10 featured on there.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it was for Goblin Rig or something.
Nice.
That was a while back.
Do you have a favorite of like a cartoon character or a movie character that you've made out of glass?
I would say my favorite cartoony type character that I made was that Bad Banana.
Nice.
That was really fun. It's hella challenging with the peel and everything.
Came out incredibly.
I impressed myself. I was like, holy shit, I pulled it off.
I want to say that might have been the piece that got me to start following you. I think it was posted on like Best of Glass on Instagram or something like that.
Yeah, they may have. I know.
Oh, you know what? Actually, it might have been your bubble butts in a bottle. That might have been saw get reposted.
Thanks to like World of Bongs, I don't care what anybody says about them. I've heard good things and bad things. Anyways, they reached out. They asked me if they could post it. They posted it on Facebook, and in one day had 3.5 million views. I was like, Jesus. And then he just like must have got a notification. Oh yeah, you posted this a year ago, and he reposted it again. And dude, I have been getting hit nonstop with questions about those. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to make some more, guys, but right now I'm like filling.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome though.
Yeah, I taught myself how to do sculpture work back in the day from what was it? I'm trying to think of the book. I can't think of the book that Mylan Townsend. There you go. He showed you step by step how to do sculpture. So I was doing female and male torsos way back in like 2001, and went away from it. And I finally just remembered it like last year or the year before. I was like, oh yeah, I know how to do this. Yeah. And I was like, let's turn classy to, not, it's more like gassy or
add some humor to something that's classy. I get it. I love that.
Yeah, it definitely gets a lot.
Nice.
So that's good.
Nice. What would you consider is the most difficult piece you've ever attempted?
The ball sack piece. That piece was insane, dude. 11 days of work straight, full fucking days, 11 days. The thing weighed almost 3.5 pounds when I was done. It was insane spinning this thing.
I'm just thinking about that.
Yeah, I don't have a lathe. I don't use rollers, none of that. That piece was something else, man.
I'm sure your forearms and shoulders were screaming after that week. Or 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I had to hands every few seconds because it was just so heavy. It was beating my ass.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you collaborate with other artists often?
I do collabs with other artists, but not very often. I do a lot of stuff myself. Like I can make pretty much all the different text preps, this, that. So I also like to get paid full for the piece. I'm kind of a homebody too. Like I don't go hang out a lot. You know, I don't get to go do a whole lot because I'm always either working or with the family.
Yeah.
And so me spending a shitload of time on a piece with somebody to only get half the money or whatever, kind of like, I see it as a, you know, it's awesome, but at the same time, it just doesn't always work out the best. But I collab with people. I collab with shop mates more often than anybody else because they're right here. Yeah. And I work with some badass people, so why not?
Who are your shop mates? Anybody we would know?
We got Delene Peralta.
Definitely know her.
We got Nathan Belmont.
Definitely know.
Yeah. Chemo Glass.
We got some of his work in our shops. We know him.
Nice. And then Renee Patula's in here a couple days a week.
Definitely know her.
Yeah, there's always people coming through that come down and work. Like Bill Burrows will come in and work here with chemo and stuff, and we'll throw down a collab every once in a while. Scott Moan always comes through because he lives, about an hour and a half away. Yeah. In the parking lot, man, we got Big Tom, we got Mente, we got Cowboy's shop that's full of fucking people. We got JD Maple. You got fucking Philpott Glass. You got Midnight Glass. You got Hood Rat. You got Rob Morrison. We got a bunch of OGs in this fucking parking lot
over there.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. It's this parking lot is like, there's a lot of energy in it with the glass vibes, and everybody's trying to like help each other out, like in a sense of motivating each other to fucking do better. Push yourself. Fucking.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to make one just as steady or better.
So that was another question I had was, as a veteran glassblower, who inspires or motivates you nowadays? Would you say those neighbors?
Oh, man. So a lot of those guys, yeah. And I got a lot of friends that, that I've met over the years, and just become really good friends with. And regardless of them being such a fucking badass glassblower, them as the person too is very inspiring. Like one of my most inspirational friends is Jolie Malachias.
Yeah.
Not is he an extremely amazing dude with a huge heart. He's a fucking badass on the torch.
Yeah. Oh man, for sure. For sure.
Nathan Belmont works across the table. One of my best friends. And dude, we inspire each other every day. We help each other out every time we're working on a piece. We're bouncing idea, trying to help each other with the piece as they're working on it. And there's just so much inspiration around here.
Yeah, that definitely seems like an amazing place to be working from.
I feel very lucky, very fortunate.
Have you ever competed at any events before?
Yeah, I did champs. I went and competed in the summer games and took second place in the shot glass competition. Nice. And that got me a chance to go to the. So, what was it? It was like 2017 or 18. It's been a couple. I went down and competed in the Masters. I didn't win. But I competed and completed 2 pieces and completed them both and did really well, I thought. So there just happened to be some better glass there.
Yeah. I mean,
which is good. One of my friends won.
Really?
I said one of my friends won first place, so I can't complain.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure it was still a great time especially if you have your friends with you.
Yeah, dude, it's I like going to events like that because the only time I get to see a lot of my friends is, like DFO or Champs. But I haven't done Glass Vegas yet because it's, for me, I don't ever have glass sitting around.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to stock up to go down there in hopes of,
and that's not so if you're selling your glass, then there's no reason to go somewhere else to sell your glass.
Yeah, it kind of sucks though when I get hit up all the time. They're like, people are like, "What do you got available?" I'm all, literally nothing. Like, catch me tomorrow. Get on there, because if you don't get what I post, it's gone. Like, it goes fast, so I don't mind that. It's just also, it'd be nice to have a few things laying around, but I get sick of looking at them if I do. Like, sometimes I'll make a big sculpture and I'm like, all right, I'm not giving in on the price on this thing. And it'll sit in my case. I got a fucking display case, and it'll sit there lonely by itself. And I get to looking at it, and like 2 weeks later, I'm like, I hate this piece now. It's got to go.
That's awesome. That means you're motivated to move your work. That's good.
Yeah. My motto is make it today, sell it tomorrow. That should be everybody's.
Absolutely should be. That's awesome. What sort of things can we look forward to in the future for your glass work? Any new stuff?
Well, hopefully some more sculpture stuff. Right now, I've been getting hit up by shops left and right making these Gilperk rigs, which is cool because it's helping me out. As soon as I finish this next order, I'm actually going to be able to buy a new torch. First time I've bought a torch in like 12 years.
Very cool.
That'll be. I plan on doing some more sculpture stuff. I have a list of characters I want to make, and I'm going to make them. And I don't know which order. I just have to feel the inspiration. And as soon as I feel it, like I said earlier, man, I can't get it out of my mind. Yeah. And that's all I think about. And so that's, I'm hoping something will inspire me as soon as I'm done with these orders. Otherwise, I'm just going to make some bubble button bottles or something. People for them. So I got to make them.
Yeah, definitely.
And I never know what I'm going to make. I said, I honestly never know what I'm going to make when I walk into the shop unless it's an order for a gallery or something. Right. Other than that, I walk in, I'm like, what am I going to do today?
That's one of my favorite.
It's awesome to have that freedom.
Yeah, the freedom of it.
Yeah.
In those Gilperk pocket rigs, we have a couple of those in our shops here, and we got a couple of those on our website. So for the people watching, if you're interested in those Gilperk pocket rigs, check out our website. They're on there. I don't remember which numbers they are. I wish I could. I think one of them might be number 111, but there's like a wood grain one, blue with fume, like a little electric looking one.
I hooked you guys stuff. And those things, man, I don't know. It's something to do with the shape of the bottle and the way they perk. Those things shred for how small they are. I fucking love them.
They sure do. They sure do. And I got one more question for you. Do you still find that you have all the same love and passion as when you started?
More.
More.
Even more. I love this job. It's
awesome. Yeah. I can tell by your smile. That's a true honest answer.
Yeah. Over the last 4 or 5 years where I started doing social media and really marketing myself as a brand, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
It's driven me to just like, I'm so passionate about what I do, and it gives me something to put all that energy towards, which is great because I've always been a go type person. And so now it's all on me, and I can hustle my shit well. And so it seems to work out.
That's awesome. Well, we really appreciate you doing this interview with us. Don't forget, for all you viewers, we are giving away this pendant. Hit us up on Instagram at Elev8_glass_gallery to get entered in to win that. Hit up Kaleb on Instagram. Can you let us know what your Instagram handle is for the people watching?
Yeah, it's at Kaleb Folk Glass. It's pretty easy to find. Kaleb with a K. and start typing in the name, and it'll probably pop up.
Yeah, it sure will. All right. Well, thank you so much, Caleb. We really appreciate it, man.
Hey, no problem. Thank you guys for having me as a part of your show.
Absolutely. We really appreciate it. You have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Happy Friday, man.
Happy Friday, dude. See ya.
Peace.
That was super awesome. Thanks again to Caleb for doing that with us. I really enjoyed getting to talk with him. And now we're going to jump over and get Sam from Elev8 Distribution in here.
Yo, what's up, guys? Thanks so much for joining tonight. Chris, thanks for having me on finally. I don't want to take up too much time. I just want to let you guys know, give a shout out to Elev8 Distribution. We're building a freaking awesome team here, and I just want to make sure you guys are aware that you can be a part of this team. We got a lot of different tiers on how deep you want to dive into Elev8, starting at a brand ambassador where you really just get credits and discounts towards some of the dope rigs and really dope vaporizers that we manufacture. On top of that, if you want to go a little bit deeper, we do have our Elev8 at Home program where you can actually work from home, sponsor events, and really get people on board with our products, showing them how they're used, and even demoing out for your friends and family, whoever's really gonna get the most use out of them. And then if you want to take it to the max, become a full partner with us. It's really easy to do. Just reach out to us. You'd actually be it's an Elev8 partner. And then that focus is really designed so you help us get our products into retail locations. So head shops, smoke shops, vape shops, all over the world. That we offer a full commission, pretty awesome digs that you can get and sort of set yourself up for a career in this industry. Again, just reach out to us. All you got to do is hit us up. All this information can be found at elevate-glassgallery.com. If you go over in the tab under information, right at the bottom it says Elev8 Partnerships. Just click there. You can read through all of these different programs. It's really easy to get set up. Not really much investment for you to get set up, and all we're looking for is a little bit of help to spread the name of Elev8. So please, guys, if you're interested, hit us up directly. Hit me up directly. I'm Sam here at Elev8. But yeah, thanks again, Chris, for letting me get a shout out there. Happy Friday, guys. It's gonna be a great weekend. Thanks again, guys. Elev8, mind, body, and spirit.
Thanks so much, Sam. That was awesome. Now let's jump over and talk to Teresa with Elev8 Veterans real quick.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm John with Elev8 Veterans, and I'm here to invite you guys to our Trunk or Treat event at Elev8 Premier Glass Studios tomorrow, October 31st from 4 to 6 p.m. We're going to be located at 6331 East Platt Avenue, 80915. So why don't you guys bring the whole family on down. You're going to see this Elev8 truck out there. We're going to be handing out candies for the kids. Everybody's going to be a great time. Costumes are appreciated, but they are not necessary. Then I'm also going to extend an invitation to our Heady Halloween, and that's going to be at 6 p.m., 6 to 10. It's going to be the same address, but if you're going to go to that, space is limited due to COVID, so I'm going to need you to register on the website. The website is going to be headyhalloween.com. You're going to go there, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you will see the registration link. If you would like to volunteer, volunteers are welcome. We could always use more help. I mean, the more the merrier, they say, right? Another thing about our Heady event, we're going to have treat tickets out there. So what these treat tickets are going to get you is a chance to win a prize. Some of the prizes we got are an exclusive rig that you can build with Steve, and this is not a rig that you pick from our shop. This is a rig that you and Steve can come together, talk about what you find interesting, all the things you want, and he will work with you step by step, and you guys can have at that. But we have plenty of other prizes. That's just one of our more glamorous. Come on down and check it out, and we can talk all about it. See you guys there.
Again to Teresa. Thanks again to Sam. Thanks again to Steve. Big thank you to Caleb for doing that interview with us. Don't forget you can find his work on Instagram at Kaleb Folk Glass. don't forget to enter in our giveaway that we have for this awesome pendant made by Caleb, signed and dated from 2020. We got our Heady Halloween event that we're doing tomorrow. Hit us up if you want to reserve a spot for that. Yeah, thanks for joining. Happy Halloween, guys. Stay elevated.